The following is a slightly historical series on the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era of China's history. Because this is based off of a video game, and myself playing it, there will be a lot of incorrect information that we will correct using the help of Wikipedia. For those of you who want to learn more about Dynasty Warriors, or the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era, I suggest reading the book. Please enjoy the following presentation. Zhang He. In this game, he is an effeminate person, but is super cool, honestly. I love him a lot. His weapons are amazing. Despite his appearance, he is well versed in battle as well as music and letters. His calm demeanor tends to put allies at ease. Zhang He.
Zhang He. Zhang He.
Oh, Zhang He. My mistake. Zhang He, courtesy name Junyi, was a military general. He was from Mao County, which is present-day Maozhou. Towards the end of the Eastern Han Dynasty, when the Yellow Turban Rebellion broke out, he responded to the Han government's call for volunteers to serve in the army and to help suppress the revolt. He was commissioned as a major and placed under the command of Han Fu, the inspector of Ji Province. It is unknown when he was born, but we do know where he died.
I am Zhang He. Yes, the same beautiful warrior that everyone is talking about. My heavenly good looks and refined fighting style make a gorgeous combination. I currently serve beneath the nobleman Yuan Shao and assist him in his quest to quell the chaos. I trust that he, of all people, can make the land a beautiful place. After the Yellow Turbans and the defeat of Dongzhuo, Yuan Shao decided to rise and conquer all the land for himself. May my beauty serve him.
So, we are going to be skipping the Yellow Turban Rebellion and the Dongzhuo thing because he was very involved in a lot of battles. So, I am looking forward to seeing what battles we actually participate in terms of the actual storyline we'll be presented with. In 191, after Han Fu relinquished his control of Ji Province to the warlord Yuan Shao, Zhang He came to serve Yuan Shao and was promoted to the rank of colonel. Between 191 and 199, Zhang He fought on Yuan Shao's side in the war between Yuan Shao and his rival Gongsun Zan. In 199, after Yuan Shao had eliminated Gongsun Zan at the Battle of Yijing, Zhang He was further promoted to General of the Household who brings peace to the state for his achievements in battle.
The Han has fallen and the world is in chaos. As a member of the noble Yuan family, it is my job, no, my destiny, to subdue all conflict in this land and create a new empire. First, I must defeat my old friend Cao Cao at Guan Yu and take control of the Central Plains. Come, Zhang He, let us give Cao Cao a display of our magnificent fighting spirit.
In the year 200, Yuan Shao fought the Battle of Guan Yu with Cao Cao. When Yuan Shao, having a few advantages like a far larger army in the initial stages of the campaign, Zhang He suggested that he avoid direct confrontation with Cao Cao and instead send light cavalry force to attack the rear of Cao Cao's camp. Yuan Shao did not heed Zhang He's suggestion and attacked his foe's main force instead. In the first few battles of the campaign, Cao Cao's forces won several victories, in which two of Yuan Shao's generals, Yan Liang and Wen Chou, were killed, and no progress was made.
I have in my command a great army and plenty of supplies. I will crush him in an all-out assault before he has time to plan a strategy against me. Forward, my army, for a great new empire.
I wonder how they're gonna have us play this. If we will defect or not. Because we do know that Zhang He defects in the battle. But I wonder how we're going to actually play it out in the game here.
You've prepared such a grand and magnificent army.
Our enemy is an old friend. We must display to him our full respect. We'll show him how noblemen fight. All units, march! Don't bother with strategy. Run them through!
When news of the attack on Wu Chao, which we're not going to see because we're on Yuan Shao's side, reached Yuan Shao's camp, Zhang He advised Yuan Shao Cao Cao's forces are well trained, so they will definitely defeat the general there. If he is defeated, all is lost for you, general. You should immediately dispatch forces to reinforce Wu Chao. Yuan Shao's advisor Go Tu disagreed. Zhang He's idea isn't right. Why don't we attack Cao Cao's main camp instead? He will definitely head back to defend his camp. In this way, we can stop the attack on Wu Chao without having to send reinforcements there.
I have crushed Cao Cao's ambitions. This battle clearly showed the gap between true nobility and those who simply force their way up the ranks. You are all to be commended for your efforts. Gentlemen, a peasant is but a peasant. They should not be allowed to even come close to royalty such as myself. It is best that you all realize this and serve me accordingly.
Of course, we don't actually win the battle, it's just the video game mechanic of us, they probably didn't figure out how to make you actually switch sides in the battle at this point. Alright, so let's see how they explain it away.
Although we won the Battle of Guan Yu, I made a startling discovery. Lord Cao Cao radiates even more beauty than Yuan Shao. I must go and join him.
Go Tu felt embarrassed after seeing that his suggestion had resulted in Yuan Shao's defeat, so he attempted to divert attention away from himself by accusing Zhang He of displaying Schadenfreude, which is a German word for taking pleasure in someone else's embarrassment, or defeat in this case. Zhang He became afraid when he heard of this, so he defected to Cao Cao's side. Cao Cao was very pleased when Zhang He came to join him and told Zhang He, in the past, Wu Zhishu failed to understand the situation and met his downfall. What if he had abandoned Yin, like Wei Zi, and defected to Han, like Han Jin? The 5th century historian Pei Zongxi pointed out a discrepancy between Zhang He's biography and the biographies of Cao Cao and Yuan Shao about the time when Zhang He defected. According to Cao Cao and Yuan Shao sent Zhang He and Gao Wan to attack Cao Cao's main camp per Go Tu's suggestion. They defected to Cao Cao when they learned that Wu Chao was lost, and their defection resulted in Yuan Shao's defeat. Based on these two accounts, Zhang He defected to Cao Cao before Yuan Shao's defeat at the Battle of Guan Yu. On the other hand, Zhang He's biography mentioned that Zhang He defected to Cao Cao after the defeat at Guan Yu and after Go Tu slandered him. So, a little bit of a discrepancy in the account, but either way, Zhang He would then join Cao Cao. After his defection, Zhang He was appointed by the Han Imperial Court, which was under Cao Cao's control, as Lieutenant General, and enfeoffed as a Marquis of a chief village. Between 200 and 207, he fought on Cao Cao's side against Yuan Shao's heirs and allies at the battles of Yi, Bohai, and Liu Chong. He was promoted to general who pacifies the Di.
Beauty will search out beauty. I left Yuan Shao to join Cao Cao, and consequently had to destroy my former master. Oh, sometimes it hurts to be so beautiful. Lord Cao Cao built up his armies and has sent them to conquer Guanzhong. This is the perfect opportunity to prove myself. May our Lord witness my prowess.
Zhang He, it would have been a waste if you stayed with Yuan Shao. I am happy that you are here to serve in my army. I am expecting great things from you. The regional lords of Guanzhong have all banded together and assembled at Tongyi. I shall move north and cross the river, in order to attack the enemy from behind.
So we're gonna skip ahead in the timeline just a little bit because the Battle of Guan Yu was in 200, and the Battle of Tong Gate was in 211. Just between those times, like I mentioned, in 200 to 207, he fought against the Yuan Shao's heirs. In 206, Zhang He participated in the campaign against pirate forces in Donglai Commandery. And in 209, after the Battle of Red Cliff, Qianlong and Mei Chong started a rebellion in Lu County. Cao Cao ordered Zhang Liao to lead a force to suppress the revolt. Zhang He and Niu Gai served as Zhang Liao's deputies and succeeded in eliminating the rebels. In 211, Zhang He participated in the Battle of Weinan against a coalition of warlords from the Guangdong region, led by Ma Chao and Han Sui. Coalition broke up after Cao Cao defeated the warlords in battle. Cao Cao sent Zhang He to lead a force to attack one of the warlords, Yang Qiu, at the Anding Commandery. And Zhang succeeded in forcing Yang Qiu to surrender. Because this battle, Tong Gate, combines a bunch of different smaller battles, I'll just continue on. In 212, Zhang He accompanied Zhao Huiyuan on a campaign against another one of the warlords, Liang Jing, and the D tribes in the Wudu Commandery. In 214, Zhao Huiyuan and Zhang He defeated Ma Chao, who had borrowed troops from the warlord Zhang Lu, after being driven out of Guangdong. They also eliminated rebel forces led by Song Jian. So, over the course of these 3 years, these northwestern campaigns, we did cover that a bit in the Zhao Huiyuan episode, and we did mention it in the Ma Chao episode, but a little bit more information from the eyes of Zhang He.
I want you to position yourself in front of Tong Gate and lure the enemy towards you. You are the one best suited to this task, right?
So like I said, this battle combines a bunch of different smaller battles. So there's going to be a lot of moving parts here. We've seen this battle from like 4 or 5 different perspectives now. We already know how it goes down.
Another officer.
Some believe that Guanzhong is the world. Some, in taking the world, would overrun Guanzhong. If no compromise can be reached, then they have no choice left but to fight. I am Pang De. With my blade firmly in hand, I will stand for Guanzhong.
Though I have defeated many of the regional lords of Guanzhong, those remaining shall definitely cause us problems when we attempt to take the land. We must dispose of them now, while we still can. Once we subdue Guanzhong, our forthcoming strategy should be easier to develop. Let us continue on the path to unifying the land beneath our rule.
Not long after our victory at Tong Gate, our lord managed to conquer Hanzhong as well. Oh, how beautiful the empire is becoming.
So in 215, when Cao Cao launched a campaign against Zhang Lu and Han Zhong, he first sent Zhang He to lead an army to attack Liang Jing and the D tribal king Dou Mao. He ordered Zhang He to lead 5,000 infantry to clear the path after entering Han Zhong. After receiving Zhang Lu's surrender, Cao Cao headed back and left behind Zhao Huiyuan, Zhang He, and other generals to defend Han Zhong from his rival Liu Bei, who controlled Yi. Later that year, Zhang He tried to relocate the residents of Ba to Hanzhong. He was defeated by Liu Bei's general Zhang Fei at Dangchu, and abandoned his horse and escaped on foot via a shortcut with only a few of his men. He retreated back to Nanzhong with his remaining troops. He was promoted to general who defeats bandits. In 218, Liu Bei launched a campaign to seize control of Hanzhong from Cao Cao. He garrisoned his forces at Yangping Pass. While Zhang He stationed his troops at Guangxi, Liu Bei divided his thousands of elite soldiers into 10 groups and ordered them to attack Zhang He's position at night. Zhang He personally led his men to resist Liu Bei's forces and succeeding in holding off the enemy. In the meantime, Liu Bei set fire to the fences at Zhang He's camp in Zhouma Valley. Zhao Huiyuan led some soldiers to put out the fire and encountered Liu Bei's force along the way and engaged the enemy. Zhao Huiyuan was killed in action while Zhang He retreated. So we are skipping the Battle of the Mountain that Zhao Huiyuan dies at, but this was another, major part of the lore that Zhang He was involved with. According to the Wei, Liu Bei was fearful that Zhao Huiyuan would be replaced by Zhang He as the commander of Cao Cao's forces in Hanzhong. He also expressed disappointment after learning that it was Zhao Huiyuan and not Zhang He who was killed in battle. Cao Cao's forces in Hanzhong were shocked when they learned of their commander's death and became worried that Liu Bei might take advantage of the situation to press the attack. Guo Huai, a major who served under Zhao Huiyuan, expressed support for Zhang He to be the new commander. He said, "General Zhang is famous general in the empire. Even Liu Bei is afraid of him. He is the only person capable of restoring stability in this hour of peril." Zhang He assumed the role and reorganized the forces. The other officers were all willing to submit to his command. Stability was restored. Cao Cao, who was then in Chang'an, sent a messenger to Hanzhong to approve Zhang He's command. In the following year, he personally led an army to Hanzhong to reinforce Zhang He. Liu Bei ordered his forces to remain in their positions in the mountains and refused to engage Cao Cao. Cao Cao eventually gave up on Hanzhong and led his forces out. Zhang He was relocated to garrison at Chenkang.
I was left to guard Mount Tiandang in Hanzhong, but soon discovered that even beautiful people can experience tragedy. I was forced to flee from Shu's attack. How dare they humiliate me? I cannot let this insult to my beauty stand. I shall have my revenge at Mount Dingjun, and will become more beautiful than ever.
So it looks like we're not skipping this battle. I like that.
Our forces will hereby engage Liu Bei at Mount Dingjun. Since Mount Tiandang is already in their hands, this battle will determine who will ultimately control Guanzhong. Zhang He, do not let the loss of Mount Tiandang bother you. We shall destroy Liu Bei and take over Hanzhong. That is your only concern.
So like I just read, we do eventually lose these lands because Cao Cao just gives up on it, but I assume, in this storyline, we're going to win the battle here and then continue winning battles and, eventually make it that way. It is the video game story.
Yuan and his men. I want you to engage any enemy units that approach from the sides. If you see an opportunity to infiltrate their camp, go straight for Liu Bei's head.
This isn't good! I can't afford to lose here!
That's not like you at all. Don't forget the mark of a general. Dignity and composure.
You mean... like this?
That's the spirit. Now let's paint this battlefield red.
I love him.
The strength of the Shu army was impressive, not enough to make a difference. We have seized total control of Hanzhong and hindered Shu's movements. If we seal off Mount Dingjun, then Shu will be unable to move. Should we continue and try to finish them off for good? Or should we turn our attention to dealing with Wu first?
I won the battle at Mount Dingjun. However, we lost the gallant Zhao Yuan to an injury he suffered on the battlefield. We will miss him greatly. Our lord passed away after some time as well. Amidst our grief, Lord Cao Pi assumed the throne as his successor, and we vowed to renew our quest to unite the land under Wei. Lord Cao Cao and Zhao Yuan. A shame such beautiful people had to pass away. I shall do my best to make up for their lost beauty.
Zhang He, as of this moment, I will be giving the orders for this battle. Although Lord Cao Cao is no longer among us, we must all serve Lord Cao Pi and bring glory to Wei. The Shu army has established a camp atop the mountain in Jieting. Fools, there is no benefit in taking a position there. All we need do is surround them. They will be isolated and easy to destroy.
So we're going to be skipping the Battle of Jiangling. Cao Cao died in March 220 and was succeeded by Cao Pi. Cao Pi promoted Zhang He to General of the Left and increased his Marquis rank to Marquis of a Chief District. Later that year, Cao Pi usurped the throne from Emperor Jian, ended the Eastern Han, and established the state of Cao Wei with himself as the new emperor. After his coronation, he promoted Zhang He from a district marquis to a county marquis under the title Marquis of Mao. In 221, Cao Pi ordered Zhang He and Cao Zhen to lead forces to attack Liu Shui and Eastern Qiang tribes in Anding Commandery. In 222, Cao Pi summoned Zhang He and Cao Zhen for an audience with him in the Wei capital of Luoyang, and then ordered them, Zhao Hoshang, and other generals to lead armies to attack Jiangling, which was controlled by Wei's rival state, Wu. During the battle, Zhang He supervised the Wei forces as they captured an island on the Yangtze River and started constructing a small castle. The battle had an inconclusive overall result because the Wei forces withdrew on their own without making any significant gains. Cao Pi would then die in 226 and was succeeded by his son Cao Rui. Cao Rui ordered Zhang He to garrison in Jing to defend Wei's southern border from eastern Wu. Later on, Zhang He and Sima Yi led troops to attack Wu, commanded by Liu E, and defeated them at Chikou. In 228, Zhuge Liang, the regent of Wei's rival state Shu, led the Shu forces on the first series of campaigns to attack Wei. Zhang He was recalled back from Jing to defend Wei's western borders in the Guangdong region from the Shu armies. Later that year, he defeated the Shu general Ma Su at the Battle of Jieting by cutting off the enemy's access to water supplies and then attacking them.
I want everybody to take control of the area surrounding the mountain. Ignore their feeble attempts at resistance. Show them that idiocy such as theirs cannot withstand our Supposedly he's a pupil of Zhuge Liang, but to camp there? Absurd. Clearly he has yet to learn any of the aesthetics of strategy.
I'll show him. I think it's time I paid them a visit. Don't you?
Ah, yes. Go forth, Zhang He.
Yes, my lord. What deplorable ignorance. How poorly they judge the battle. Do you feel the tides changing? Opportunity is calling for us. The stage is set. Raise the curtain and attack.
Toby!
I defeated Moss.
Our dog is acting up.
Everybody knows when such an inexperienced person challenges me in battle.
Go lay
I
down.
suppose it was a good training session, though. This battle has proven that there is nobody left within Shu to oppose us. Our elite troops simply need to chase them down and ensure that every last one of them has been eliminated.
Long have I fought against the chaos that plagues this land. I have witnessed the loss of many beautiful warriors. A land of chaos is truly a land of tragedy. This constant tragedy only serves to make the world a dark place without beauty. It is about time someone stood up and put an end to this nightmare. I shall
My mic
make
is
this
picking
my
her up
purpose
from like
in
5
life.
rooms away.
I shall bring an end to the chaos myself, and return the land to the beauty it once knew.
Shu must really dislike us. They should have surrendered after Jieting, but are trying to attack us again from the road at Chen Kang. Our newly built castle is by that road. This is the perfect chance for us to actually test it out in battle, and see how it holds up against the enemy assault.
In late 228, Zhuge Liang launched a second campaign against Wei and besieged the Wei fortress at Chen Kang. which was defended by Cao Cao. Cao Rui summoned Zhang He back to the capital Luoyang to discuss plans to counter the Shu invasion, but they met in Henan instead. Cao Rui placed Zhang He in command of 30,000 troops and reassigned some of the imperial guards to serve as Zhang's bodyguards. He asked Zhang He. Hold on. Do I have to discipline these children?
No, boy.
Toby, go lay down. Thank you. Stop being a bad pup. These silly dogs. He asked Zhang He, "General, if you're late, will Zhuge Liang have already captured Changkang?" Zhang He predicted that Zhuge Liang's forces could not maintain the siege for long because they lacked supplies. He replied, "Zhuge Liang will have already left before I even reach Changkang. I estimate that he has less than 10 days worth of supplies." He then led his troops towards Nanjing County, traveling day and night. The Shu forces retreated. Cao Rui summoned Zhang He back to Luoyang and commissioned him the general of chariots and cavalry who attacks the west. So this is kind of funny because Zhang He wasn't even at this battle. He was on his way to the battle when the enemy forces left. So that is kind of funny.
Go outside the castle and destroy their siege weapons. If we defeat Shu here, Wei will reign supreme. Onwards to victory.
There is no grace to an attack that relies on weaponry. Victory is attained through skill and intellect. Watch, both friend and foe, witness the art of Zhang He.
Zhuge Liang is finally finished, trying to use weapons and win by force, only to be defeated. Perhaps he was too eager to obtain victory. No matter. It is a fitting ending for such an ordinary individual. Zhang He, your dance of destruction was a thing of beauty. You held out wonderfully against Zhuge Liang as well. I shall leave the final chapter of this epic to you.
It was during the final days of the year 200 AD when the Han Dynasty saw its end. Its demise ushered in a new era of chaos, brought on by several regional lords vying to rule China. There were those who sought absolute power, as well as those who fought for justice, and some simply fought for the sake of their beliefs. Many would rise and fall in their attempts to dominate the land. Zhang He, from the He-Jian region. Originally drafted for the fight against the Yellow Turbans, he later went on to serve Yuan Shao. He showed great prowess while fighting Gonsun Zan's forces. As a result, his reputation as a skillful warrior became widespread. It was Zhang He who caused Cao Cao's forces to struggle at the Battle of Guan Yu. However, he began to doubt Yuan Shao's abilities as a ruler and defected to serve Cao Cao instead. He served Cao Cao at first by helping him rid the land of the remnants of Yuan Shao's army. He continued to win Cao Cao's trust and fought gallantly in many battles throughout the land. At the Battle of Hanzhong, Zhang He, accompanied by Xiahou Yuan, successfully defended against Liu Bei's attack. Zhang He eventually came face-to-face with Liu Bei at Mount Dingjun, where his incredible skills forced Liu Bei's army to retreat. When Zhuge Liang of Shu began his northern campaign, Wei fought back under the command of Sima Yi. Zhang He also took part in the epic battle. However, Zhuge Liang died from illness and was unable to carry out his plans. With the powerful Zhuge Liang now gone, Wei conquered the land with amazing speed. Zhang He performed his duties as an officer magnificently by helping Wei achieve ultimate victory. These tales, long forgotten in the flows of time, are about the legends of which no one can recall.
After the Battle of Chen Kang that Zhang He was on his way to assist with and didn't get there in time because they had already won, was the Battle of Mount Qi. In 231, when Zhuge Liang launched his fourth invasion of Wei, Cao Rui ordered Sima Yi and Zhang He to lead Wei forces west to counter the invasion. When Zhang He's army arrived in Luoyang County, Zhuge Liang retreated to Mount Qi to defend his position. When Sima Yi ordered Zhang He to pursue the enemy, Zhang He refused and said that according to classical military doctrine, they should not pursue an enemy force returning to its base. Sima Yi insisted, so Zhang He had no choice but to pursue the retreating Shu forces. He fell into an ambush and died. After that, Cao Rui granted him the posthumous title Marquis Zhuang, which literally means robust marquis. He had 4 sons who were all enfeoffed as marquis by Cao Rui in recognition of their father's contributions to Wei. The eldest, Zhang Xiong, inherited his father's title and became the next marquis of Mao. The youngest son, whose name is unknown, received the peerage of a secondary marquis.
To our great fortune, Zhuge Liang has finally passed on. Victory is ours. Now, everyone, show your joy, not with your blade, but with a dance!
What the hell? Thank you, baby.
This new age, I shall make it simply beautiful.
And that is the story of Zhang He. Unfortunate that he died because of a mistake made by Sima Yi, but as one of the greater generals within the Wei army, it was a lot of fun to learn more about him. He was one of the 5 elite generals of his time, alongside Yu Jin, Yue Jin, Zhang Liao, and Zhu Huang.